do. There's a New Mexico cowboy that wrote this one who knows the Lord and sing a lot of trail songs, and his name's gotten real big as far as among not country music but Western music. There is a difference. And anyway, R.W. Hampton used to work on some of the big ranches down in New Mexico, and he knows the Lord and wrote this song called The Shadow of the Cross. In the shadow of the cross, I have finally found some peace as I journey up the rocky road of life. It offers shelter and relief through the mountains and the valleys. It marks the way so I'm not lost as I travel up this steep and narrow trail in the shadow of the cross. In the shadow of the cross, that's where I lay my burdens down. And when the flood of doubts come rolling in, it's my place of higher ground. God, help me to remember that precious blood that stained the tree. God, grant that I may never forget that precious blood was shed for me. In the shadow of the cross, oh, the healing power there, freedom from the pain that life may bring. There's only comfort and care, for a bright and mighty promise. It was there he paid the cost, with the best that the Master had to give in the shadow of the cross. In the shadow of the cross, that's where I lay my burdens down. And when the flood of doubts come rolling in, it's my place of higher ground. God, help me to remember that precious blood that stained the tree. God, grant that I may never forget that precious blood was shed for me. In the shadow of the cross, it was all done for me. Well, you know, there's one of the precious things that we are thankful for. Number one, that the Lord did die on the cross for us, that he shed his blood, but he didn't stay there. He was buried and rose again. And that's the gospel. And the whole reason that he came was so that he could seek and save that which is lost. He came to give his life. He came for one purpose, and that's to die. That's the reason they wrapped him in those swaddling clothes. Those were grave clothes to depict and to help us to understand that's why he came. Brother Johnny Flanagan wrote a song. I heard him first sing it 41 years ago, and it has stuck in my heart and has meant a lot to me over the years. And so I'd just like for you, just before the preacher comes, before Brother Harrison comes, to listen to a song that tells about a dream that a man has, and it's entitled At the Top of the Hill. Last night I dreamed I saw the Savior bent low. He was bearing the cross with tears in his eyes, and oh how he cried, not for sinners but for me. Now see, I messed that up, so now I got to go back and start it, all right? I should not look around at folks because then it makes me forget the words. All right. Forgive me, all right? Now you know I'm not.